Hello. I have been filming a lot today. I think this is my third video today. So we are going to talk about my 2019 planner and kind of go in depth on how I'm using it. This year I am using the Inkwell Press Classic 360 disc planner. And I did do a video which should have already been uploaded about all the accessories and all of that kind of stuff that's in here. So this video is really going to be more about my system and how I'm using it for 2019. This is kind of, I guess if you want to call it a series, this is the third video. The first video was the accessories and what I'm using for 2019, not really talking about the planner. The second video was planning lessons I learned in 2018 and kind of talked about what I learned. I had a lot of planner upheaval in 2018, and so kind of what I learned from each of those things and how I ended up here and on this planner. And then this video is going to be kind of going through how I use this planner. I've already talked about the accessories and all that stuff, so if you want to check that video out, it should be going up, I think it's January the 9th. And I'll try to link things below, but everything accessory wise is linked in that video, and it's going to kind of be, I think I'm calling it what I'm using for 2019. So if you want to check out that video for specifics, do that. I do want to tell you, like I said, I'm using the Inkwell Press 2019 planner, and all my accessories are either from Etsy or they're Happy Planner accessories that I made work in this planner, or other shops like places and vendors that I found on Etsy. The only thing that is not Inkwell Press is my discs. My discs are from Levenger, and they're the 1.5 inch discs. The gold discs that come with, well, they don't come with, but when you purchase the system, they're like right at an inch. And they would work, and actually had most of this on those rings, but the planner was like this and I couldn't get it closed and that kind of thing. So I did switch to the bigger discs. Makes it just a little bit easier for me. And like I said in my previous video where I was talking about what I learned, for a planning system to work for me, everything that I need has to be in that one planner. I can't have 6 planners. I can't have multiple books and multiple systems going at one time. I can only do one. So I wanted to make sure this would work for me, and so that was the solution I found. I will say this, I found mine on Amazon. You can order them from the Levenger website. From what I can tell, they are very similar to Inkwell Press. And then Happy Planner also came out with metal discs this year, and they're a little bit less than these. And they're also, I've had friends use the Staples metal, the ARC system, the metal discs at Staples. So all of those seem to work. So if you're looking for something a little bit bigger until Tanya comes out with an option, those are some options for you. I tried Happy Planner a while back, and with the plastic discs and carrying my planner the way I do and as much as I do, I broke discs in the short time that I used it. So I would recommend using the metal discs if you can. So that's my personal spiel on that. I use a lot of Happy Planner accessories, but I really am enjoying Inkwell Press and this disc system. So I'm going to zoom you guys out just a little bit so you can see. So I have the saddle cover, and I've covered that before. These are dashboards that I picked up from Shop Brooklyn Grace. This is a Mambi Happy Planner accessory photo pages, I guess. It's a Chems in a pack. There's a couple different ones, but this is my dashboard. And then these are my vellums and acetates that I have for decoration. This is the beginning of my planner. So what I did here is I have my email and my phone number and all that kind of stuff. And on this page, what I've decided to do is these are going to be highlights of the month. I'm going to list birthdays and things like that. I got these from See Amy Draw. Absolutely love them. And so I've never used the important dates. I put that kind of stuff in my phone. And so I was like, I don't need this, but I want to use it for something. So that's what I decided to do with it. Okay. Then my goals section, I write out my goals here. And what I do with this is these are the things I want to do at the 3-month mark. I'm still kind of working through this. I will put in here what I would like to have accomplished at the 3-month mark. So let's say I want to, with homeschooling and my home, I want to be more consistent. I feel like homeschooling, we go through ebbs and flows, and I'm not always as consistent as I need to be with having our routine down and doing our thing. And then same thing with our housekeeping, keeping the kids on track and accountable with their chores. So I could say by this section, I want to have consistently done lesson plans every week that we had school. That would be a goal. That at the 3-month mark, I'd like to see me doing that. Then at the 6-month mark, it might be that the kids are consistently doing their chores. At the 9-month mark, it may be that I am prepped and ready for the new school year, because we'll be about that time we'll be starting. You know do you see what I'm saying? So I have not filled these out yet because I'm still not 100% where I want my goals to be at the 3-month mark. The next section is my meal planning section. And what I do in this section, these are our meal planning pages from Inkwell Press. I use washi tapes and stuff to mark trips, or if we're going to be out of town, that kind of thing. And then I mark my husband's work schedule. These are from Planner Kate. Let me see if I can zoom you in just a little bit. If I flip it this way, it might be better. So we were out of town, and so I marked that with washi. I didn't need a meal plan. We are working through this week right now, and we're doing a lot of leftovers and a lot of finishing up holiday meals and stuff like that. I use these mini icons to mark when my husband's working, and I just try to write down what's going on. So in the next week, we go back to school. Our homeschool community group meets. So I marked on here, we'll eat lunch at community that day, and here's when my husband's working. And I go through and set up for the whole month. So here's a trip where my husband's going to be gone. Here's where my husband's working. And then we have another trip at the end of the month. So I have everything marked on here. So when I sit down to meal plan for the month of January, I have everything. I know when we're going to be out of town. I know when my husband's working. I know any special big events. I will mark those down. Okay. I do this on Fridays because on Fridays, our family chore, or our house chore that we do that week, is the kitchen. We clean out our pantry and we straighten the kitchen and we clean the floors. So on that day, I sit down after we've cleaned the pantry out and the fridge has been cleaned out, and I meal plan. Okay, so that's when I'm doing that section. My church notes are done on the days I go to class, or have or Sundays, and do our church meetings. So then here, what I use my mission board for is I put reminders of what we're trying to do and what I want to focus on in the month of January. I do put a Bible verse on here. Sometimes I decorate with stickers, sometimes I don't. I put washi tape here. I had some stickers, actually ripped the paper, so I put that sticker there. And I usually try to use freebies or things I've gotten, but it's what do I want to work on. And so one of my big goals for January was to reestablish my channel activity on YouTube. I loved making videos, but I had such a struggle with my planner journey last year that I stopped. And I missed it. I really, really missed it. So one of my goals was to just get over it and start filming again. And, you know, unfortunately, you guys will have some of those nice, fun, awkward videos because I'm starting over. It's been about a year since I filmed. But I'm enjoying it, and, you know, that's the purpose. I want to make sure that I'm praying more regularly and being more intentional in my walk with God. I'm wanting to make sure that I'm eating clean and I'm drinking less soda and more activity. I want to make sure that I'm in my home, and for me, home is homeschool and home. I'm being more consistent. For financials, we're trying to pay off our credit cards. Dreaming big. My husband was in the military, and we're still at the same duty station that we were at when we got to North Carolina. And we're trying to figure out, do we stay here? Do we go somewhere else? We didn't retire. We separated, which is different. If you're military, you understand. And so we're trying to figure out, you know, where do we want to go? Where do we want to end up? And, you know, up until this point, we've always been told by somebody else. So now we got to figure out, you know, where do we want to be? What do we want to do? So that's kind of my goals for January, and that's what I have here. And then this is my monthly page. I use the Happy Planner stickers. These stickers, they're clear. I love them, and I think it's cool that it looks like I hand wrote the holidays on there. So I do that. On this page, I set this up basically as soon as I have my husband's work schedule. So when I have his work schedule and it's set, I will put that in here, and then I put the big monthly things. So our winter break is going to end tomorrow. As of filming, it's ending tomorrow. We have to do our dog's medication, replace our filters. Janie was coming on that day. I had an eye doctor appointment. We have an appointment for the dog. My husband's going to be on a trip. Our monthly budget meeting will need to be moved up. We're having pizza on Community that day. My doTERRA oil order goes that day. I got these stickers from Stickers Washing and More. They're my favorite trash stickers. I love them. I've been using them since I started planning. But I got these because our recycling doesn't happen every week. So I need to mark when that happens. I got these gold icons from Who Delally Day, and they're the YouTube icons, and so I put them where I want to upload my videos. I have a doctor's appointment. These little pencils from XOXO Mama Plans, I think. I might have that wrong. I'm sorry. But I used these. I had them and they matched the color scheme, so I thought, hey, I'll use them. These are washi strips that I just put to mark. These are days that are not in the month. For my sidebar, I mark birthdays, anniversaries, and movies that I want to see. And that's what I do. I got these gold stickers from Who Delally Day, and I love them. They're on clear paper. They're awesome. So that's kind of how I set my month up. That's what I keep on here. If we have a trip or a, gosh, what else? If there's a trip, if there's a a youth event for my son, if we have changing with the school days, things like that, I will put that on this big calendar. But that's what I look at this for, overviews. What am I looking for? I planned to upload YouTube videos on Wednesdays because for the most part my Wednesdays are pretty clear. I do have a doctor's appointment at the end of the month, but I can either upload it a day early or upload it when I get home. So those are the kinds of things that I look at when I look at my monthly spread. When I do my weekly spread, and this week is not a typical week. This is our last week of winter break. And this past year, I've noticed that Coffee Monster Co., Helen, comes out with these awesome, cute little kits. And I love them. And so what I do is I try to find kits from her shop that will work when we have breaks. Our weeks are very different when we're on breaks. Things are very limited. So, you know, I was able to just mark what we needed to, and it's just more fun. It's different. And so I enjoy doing that. So I used this kit, and let me lift this up so you can see. And this is what it looked like, and it's adorable, and it worked out because it was pink. And I love that. So it was something I decided to do for this month. It's not something or this week. I don't do these every week. I'm not this sticker heavy, but it is fun to do something different every now and then. When I set up a planner week, I typically do it on the Friday or Saturday. I'm not super rigid about that because it depends on what my schedule is. It depends on what I've got going on. But what I found is coming from the bullet journal, which was the last planner that I used, I really like to just make lists. So I set up a whole month at one time. So all of January is set up. Just the headers, the big things, okay? Some people get very like, oh my gosh, why did you do that? I do that because I know that this is the layout and system that works for me right now. I would never switch this setup in the middle of a week. I like on Mondays, I do a sticker like this because that's our community day. That's when we're in school. I want to check off what we did. We have a few activities that happen on Mondays, but not a lot. And I'm not using as many stickers as I was in the past. So if you look at one of my old, let me actually go to one that I used it. Sorry, give me just one second. So I had a lot of stickers. I used stickers for everything. I had stickers for apologetics class. I had stickers for this. I had this kind of sticker. I had testing. I had so many stickers, okay? I just write them for the most part, and I just draw a line through them. I didn't bring my pen up here, but I've been using a new pen, and I'll get it in one of these videos so you see it. But this is how I set it up. And so this is next week. It is Saturday, and I have already started working on what do I need to do next week and putting it on days that I know I need to do it. I won't have time. I got to move a prescription from CVS to Walmart. I need to schedule my videos so that it goes up on the 9th. Editing videos. I'm learning to schedule. It's something I just realized you can do on YouTube. So I can have everything ready to go and it'll upload on the day it's supposed to upload. I don't have to do it. Then I have, I need to edit the videos. I need to have a payment set up for our housekeeper that comes. I need to research passport. I need to change something on my driver's license. So I've got to figure all these things out. And I just write them down. And that's really all I do. I put stickers up here for big things. So I know we'll be going to church. I've done that. I have my sidebar set up. This is my laundry schedule down here. One of my goals is to make sure I'm praying every day. I need to get some blood work done at a lab. This is how I marked for this week. And then these are activities I want to track this week. So that is set up. But you'll notice like the stickers are laid down, but I haven't filled out my tracker. I haven't added any to-dos yet because it's too far out. I'm not there yet. But the things I do put in are work schedules. My husband's going to be out of town. He doesn't have any work scheduling this week. This week I already have the work schedule down. I already have my trash. I already have my weekly, I like to wipe my diffusers down, my Monday prep. I've already stamped my meal plan. That's the things I do ahead of time. So I'm setting up my planner a month at a time with this kind of stuff. Then I go in each week and fill in as I need to go. This has been working for me. I've been doing this since October of 2018. And this has really, really worked for me. I add stickers for things I want to add stickers for if I have stickers, but I don't do it for everything. It's really more of a bullet journal style in here. I just don't have to draw my layouts and draw my spreads in. That's already done for me, and I just write it down. So that's how I'm using my weekly planner, and that's what I'm doing. Now in the back, if you saw my setup video, I do have daily pages back here. So let's say I have a particular crazy day and I want to have a day laid out. I pull this out, I stick it in, I use it for that week, I'm good, and I'm done. I do add pages, so in this section, I did add stuff. So one of the things I'm trying out is instead of listing the chores that we do each day, these are the chores we do every day of the week. They're highlighted by the kid who's responsible for doing them. And I have two schedules. So one is when it's this person's turn, this one's the other person's turn. I'm trying this. So pulling this out each week and saying, oh, okay, on Monday, these are what we're supposed to do, and then marking them off when they're done down here. But this is the specific chores, something I'm trying. These are my project planning pages that I got from Happy Planner, and I used this to plan out what I was going to do for my video. What did I need to pull? What did I need to have? And so this is just moved each week as I worked on it. Now it's done. Good to go. This is a new insert that I got from Knockout Print Shop, which allows you to take the monthly habit tracker that Inkwell Press has and actually take it with you week to week. So these are new. I'm trying them out. And so this is for my YouTube channel. This is reading Proverbs a day, and then this is sleeping 8 hours a night. So and I haven't updated them yet because we're still on vacation. We actually just got home from being gone for a few days, so I haven't done that all yet. But I, go back, I have an app on my phone that tracks that. I have, did I read them? I've read through 4. Today's the 5th. I need to read 5, but I haven't done that yet. My YouTube channel. Today's the first day that I've been filming. And then the blue dates that I've highlighted are the dates I've got tentatively scheduled for videos to go up. So I've got 3 of my 4 videos. This is my 3rd that I'm working on. So I'll mark today that I got videos recorded. When I edit, I'll mark I edited. If I upload, I'll mark that I uploaded. Go from there. So that's something new that I'm trying out. And then it's a blank grid on the back, which will be great for notes and things like that. Bookmark from Ashley Lee Designs. I have a bazillion of them and I love them all. And then, like I said, this is what next week looks like. So I've already started marking some things down that I know are coming up that I want to make sure I'm aware of. I use this top bar typically for important things or things that come up, or a gratitude or a memory, something that I want to do. But it's usually just something that needs to happen that day, but I don't want to take space because I don't have a lot of space up here. So I don't want to take space for that, but it's important. It needs more space, if that makes sense. That's what I do. I do mark weather at the top, which if you look back here, you can see I use the Planner Kate stickers. So I do mark the weather at the top. And that's about it. I am doing the week numbers. Again, this is a different setup because I'm using a sticker kit, but this is my normal setup. So if I go back here and I go to February, my month is already set up. I do have my February month ready to go. I've already set up most of the stuff. I'm not 100% done, but like these are the things I've done. I put holidays in, I've got my headers down. And so that's one of the things that this year on my channel I'm going to do differently. I think I'm going to do like a end of the month flip through, because when I plan, I'm doing the whole week at one time or whole month at a time. It's just not a lot of excitement. I don't know. If that's something you want to see, let me know. I can always, speed through it and do a voiceover. But I set up my month and write in the things that I know that are happening, but, do that. And that's how I'm doing this part of the planning. The next thing that I do is, once I've set my week up, is I go to my homeschool section and I have it marked for next week, which is our first week back. And what I do in here is I list, well, let me go back. I do a couple things. So we will start school in January and we start on the 7th. This is a Monday start calendar. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom you in just a little bit. So what I will do here is we will do school all of next week. So I will use purple highlighter because for me, purple is homeschooling. I will highlight the days that we did school. And that way at the end of the semester, I will know all the weeks we did school. And then I can count my days and say, okay, are we done? Did we meet the quota for our state, or do we need to do things differently? Okay, so I do that first. And then this just is the mark of the schedule. On this page, let me zoom you back out just a little bit. On this page, I do a weekly list. So I will list all of the math lessons we do this week, and that Henry, my son Henry, will have to do this week. I'll list the math lessons. I'll list the reading assignments. I will list what else do we have? His memory work. I will list all of his essentials, which is a writing program that we do in CC. Down here are presentation topics. I will list topics of presentations for each of my kids, because when we go to community, they have to give a presentation. This is my older son, and he is in class with my husband. My husband actually teaches his class or tutors his class. And I just make sure that I'm aware of any big events that I need to be keeping up with, because my husband works during the week. I kind of have to follow up with my son Jack and make sure he's doing everything. He is a sophomore in high school. So I just have a spot to mark, oh, he has a big paper due this week, or he should be finishing A Tale of Two Cities this week, or whatever it is. And I just write that up here so that I'm keeping track. This top half of this page, I tutor in my younger son's class. So I will be doing this afternoon, and I'll fill out the activities we're going to do for each strand, any notes. Somebody was sick, somebody's dropping the class, somebody's changing, I got a new student, we have an event coming up. Anything that needs to be noted is up here. When my older son Henry is in his essentials class, which is his handwriting, his writing class, not handwriting, but writing class and grammar class, I take notes for anything that happens in that class because I'm observing that class with him at that time. And I do that every week. So this planning happens on usually the Friday or Saturday before we meet in our community on Monday. This is just a notes page. And then this usually happens Monday night. I sit down and I write out what we're doing for that week, because we school Tuesday through Friday. So this is a Monday night thing, and then there's that. And the rest of my planner is, you know, I do my financial section on budget meeting, or the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month when I pay bills. I don't really get into my miscellaneous section unless I need to. But one thing I did want to show you was this. So in this section, I do have some stickers that I carry with me. And I do that because I spend a lot of time in my car, and there's a lot of opportunity for me to get some things done on the go. So this is a new thing that Jessica at Knockout Print Shop just put out this year. And it's a small mini sheet. I think she has one for each color scheme. And then I think there's also a grayscale. And you can put these in your planner and have them for on-the-go planning. It's just a small sampling of what she offers, and you can do some different things with it. I also keep this page of Planner Kate's. I punch them and put them in so that if on the go I want to add weather, I have all the weather that I could possibly need. And I just put them in there. In this pocket, I keep a lot of additional stickers. So I'm going to show what those are. In this front pocket are stickers that I use. These I don't need anymore because this month has passed. But and then I do have this vellum, which is just decorative. But and this is something I just keep in there. But I keep one of my stencils from Ink by Jang from when I was bullet journaling. It's a smaller one, but I love having these boxes. If I want to do checklists or if I want to draw a box in or do something, I have these. So I do keep a small stencil in there. These are from my newest addiction, and they are a fave. So if I have something special or important that I want to mark, I have these. And then I got these from Faye Creates. I have several pages of these in my sticker storage. There's some bigger ones. They're rescheduled and canceled. And then there's some little ones. These are on clear paper. And I love them because I can put them right on top of the event, but I can still read it. But I can very clearly see, oh, I don't have to go to whatever that evening. And I keep these in the front pocket. In this pocket right here, I keep these stickers for the month. So she has, Jessica at Jessica at Knockout Print Shop has different samplers. So I have this one, which is a striped sampler. Let me see if it'll go in to focus for me. There we go. So you can see these are striped. Hopefully you can tell that. But they're in the color palette for this month. And then there's one that's solid. I have one of each. And then she also does I don't know what this is called, but it's a kit. It's a 4-page kit. So you have a lot of boxes, quarters, halves, and full. I was going to say whole. Appointments. You have water tracker stickers, headers for 1 week, a lot of little trackers, some washi strips if you want to divide your pages, a weekend banner. You have check boxes and checklists, flags. These are little arrows. I don't know if you can tell that. These are Bill Do stickers. And then these are some icons and some hexagons and things. All different kinds of stuff that you can use. What I do is each month I have a set of these in each color scheme, and when the month changes, I stick them in here. They're for on the go. Oh, I forgot to put in weekend banner. Oh, we have an event coming up and I want to mark it important. Oh, I'm going to go for a coffee with a girlfriend. Oh, Sasha needs something, our dog. Oh, I'm going to go grocery shopping and it wasn't planned. And then I use these little hexagons for my habit trackers. So, sorry, it just got really dark. I guess the clouds have come out. But that's how I'm using these. And then I keep them in here. So what that means for me is when I go on the go and I'm out for the day, I could do anything I need to in my planner. I have this. I have some small note papers from the Happy Planner, mini Happy Planners. I have sticky notes. I have flags to mark things. I've thought of what are the things I have to have if I need to go. Sorry, my eye was itching. What do I have to do for on-the-go planning? I have everything in here. So that is how I plan currently in this system. That is what I do each week. I do change out my vellums, and I do change out my stickers. I do change out my mission board or vision board at the front. I guess inspirational board, this thing. I change out my quotes. I do all of those things every month, and I try to find papers that I have. I try to find things that work. But I'm really enjoying it a lot. And hey guys, sorry, I don't know why it stopped recording. I don't know where I got to, so I'll just repeat what I was saying. I'm very excited for this new year and to get into planning again like I was. I'm hoping to film videos on a monthly basis, and my goal is to do 2 to 4 videos a month. And hopefully, you know, if you guys can give me feedback or let me know things that you're looking for or things you would like to see more of, I'd be happy to do it. I've noticed there's not a lot of Inkwell Press planners on YouTube. You can watch a lot of Erin Condren, a lot of traveler's notebooks, a lot of bullet journaling, but there's not a lot of Inkwell Press. And so it's a really good system, and it's a really good planner, and I'd like to see it more represented. So if you are using Inkwell Press or you have specific questions or problems you're having, let me know. I'd be happy to try to help you out if I can. And I look forward to, you know, doing this again and getting back into doing my YouTube channel and doing the videos. So I hope you guys are all having a great new year and that January is treating you well. I think this is going to go up about the 3rd week in January. So we'll see. Learning to film ahead and all that kind of fun stuff. We'll see how this is all going to go. But I hope you guys are having a great day no matter when it is, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.